everybody, it is your good sir Don back with it again. Good day, good evening, good afternoon to you all. Coming to you with another video, and I got an interesting topic to talk about tonight. It's tonight for me, but I know the sun's still out, but it's still tonight. You know, it's late, it's very late. But besides the point, once again, I got something very interesting to talk to you guys about, and I feel like it's a good topic that really relates to where a lot of us is at in our lives. Whether we're questioning, what we're doing, where do we want to go, where do we need to be, we find ourselves pretty much in a state of searching hard, searching long, searching far, searching wide for this promised land, searching for this place that is our all in all. And I feel like that's where this topic is going to come in handy, because not only is it going to make it easier for us to locate our promised land, our all in all, where we need to be, and matter of fact, it's going to simplify it down to a finite pinpoint, right on the dot, position for each one of us, and just make it easier for us to route our lives better to where we are living a fulfilled life, rather than a life of regret, rather than a life of just going through wondering. You're accomplishing a lot of stuff, but still there's a void there. We want to be able to fill those voids up and to have those thresholds met, matter of fact, beyond met. So if you guys know how I like to do it, I not only like to talk to you, I like to play some music in the background while I'm talking to you. I do not own none of these beats. These are just artists that I come across. If you want to know the name of the instrumentals, of course, let me know, and I'll do my best to search them back down and, give it to you. But without further ado, let me go ahead and get to it. I'm going to try not to make this video as long as the rest, but if it goes that long, then it must be meant to be. You know what I mean? So, let me go ahead and get that started. And this beat's new to me. I don't know it through and through. I'm just now playing it. If I like it, as you guys know, I might replay it. If it's an okay beat, I might just skip on to the next. So, without further ado, the topic I want to talk to you all about on today is growing. Hold on, let me re-put it. I was about to just say it. Are we growing where we are meant to be? Are we growing where we are planted? That's the key topic for today that I want to talk on. Because I feel like a lot of us, and especially myself, at points in times in my life, I've asked the question, am I where I'm supposed to be at in life? I feel like, I'm getting older, and I'm not getting a good sense or a good idea of what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? Who I'm supposed to be around, what I'm supposed to be connected to. Just asking questions about things all around you. And it can go as far as where people have little or people have a lot, and we're asking these questions. And I feel like the first phase to knowing, or really coming to the understanding of knowing where you're supposed to be planted, and definitely growing where you're supposed to be planted, is being connected to your higher self. Being connected to the Most High in your life. Sitting down and taking time out each day, and not only just like taking just separate time like you're isolated, but taking time out within your day to recognize the things that you're being taught within that day. Because there's a purpose behind every lesson. There's a purpose behind every season. And the thing is, it's not for us to question why we're going through the seasons, but we need to ask the question, okay, what am I supposed to learn through these seasons? And that's really going to get us to the point of understanding, where we are supposed to be planted and how to grow where we are supposed to be planted. Because each season comes with their traits. And we all different personalities with different backgrounds, once again, different traits. Some of us may have similar traits, but the majority of us, we have our traits vary. We can come across with people that may have one or two that may come in common, but they're not exactly like how we are. And that's a telltale sign that we have a specific place we're supposed to be planted. You look outside, you see nothing but grass. You say, oh, they all the same. But that grass was planted in a specific place. And it had to grow where it was planted. The grass in the middle of the yard didn't say, hey, how come I'm not planted at the corner by the gate? I want to be by the gate. I want to be in the corner. That's where all the cool grasses hang out at. You know what I mean? I know that sounds silly, but I'm just saying, that's a perfect example. They all look the same, but they have specific places where they grow. And then some grow to different limbs. Some grow long, some grow tall, some grow slanted. Some are thin, some are fat. They all have different limbs. They have different ways they grow. But they grow where they're planted. You got certain animals that survive in certain climates, certain conditions. You put them in a different climate, they won't survive. They won't be able to make it through. Yes, we have the innate ability within us to adapt, but there's certain places where we thrive the most. And that's where we need to be. That's where, the same with animals, that's where they need to be, the place where they thrive the most. So with each one of us, we want to make sure we're getting to the position of where we thrive the most, where we find the utmost fulfillment, where our vibration is being heightened when we are doing that thing. That's when you know you're getting towards the right place. That's when you know you're at that place where you're supposed to be planted, and you're going to grow with an exponential growth. You're just going to keep on increasing and increasing. It's gonna be so much fruit that you gonna be like, man, shoot, it just keeps coming. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why it just keeps coming. Well, why it keeps coming? Because you're planted in the right place, and the fruit that is laid up for you is being bestowed to you. The fruit that you were meant to receive, you are receiving it. So once again, that's going to be a telltale sign when you know you are on the right track. How many times have we sat down and asked ourselves that, or had those points in our life? Because I know I have, where I'm like, man, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I don't know if I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm feeling down. I'm feeling miserable. I'm feeling hopeless. I'm feeling like there's nothing good coming into my life. How many times have we been in that? And I'm telling you, a position like that is not a bad position. Because I feel like that's our spirit. That's the Most High putting something within us like, hey, there's something better for you out there. There's a place that you need to be at. There's a place I want you to go to. This is not it. This is not all that I have for you. I didn't have for you to come into this planet and just work a 9 to 5. You have something greater, far beyond a 9 to 5. Matter of fact, you gonna own the person that you working the 9 to 5 for. Matter of fact, let me get that possessionship out of there. You gonna be overseeing stuff that they doing. Because hey, when the spirit moves on our behalf, the spirit go all in for us. But we got to be all in for the spirit. And the spirit I'm talking about, a specific spirit of the Most High, with the Creator, the God force that is within each one of us. But how we end up operating in that power to the utmost is by being at that position where we are supposed to be planted. That's where we're going to grow to the length, to the amount that we need to grow to. But I'm just pausing for a second so that can sink in a little bit before I keep going. And while I'm pausing, let me go ahead and change to the next song because the music has stopped. I don't even I wasn't even paying too much attention to it. To be honest, yeah, I don't know if y'all was, I was definitely interested in what was being talked about. But let me go ahead and go to the next one. Yeah. Growing where you are planted. Growing where you're planted. Let that resonate. Let that sink in. Forgive me, the camera just moved. My dog just ended up hitting in the tripod. Let that resonate in each one of you. And if y'all like this hat that you see, I got this custom made for me and my wife. I got mine and then hers says wife, or mine say wifey on. No, it just says wife. But I got the husband one, so if we ever want to wear that, rock that, and just show our appreciation and love for one another. Obviously, we do it more than just the hats, but that's just one little tidbit that I thought would be special and unique when I was down doing a little voyage, on a little journey I was on, and I went ahead and got these made for us, got the patches made, and bought the hats for us. But yeah, if you guys like that, let me know. Let me know what you think about it. But back to what we were talking about. Growing where you are planted. Nala, I'm gonna need you to move. You're moving the camera. Growing where you are planted. That's her name. Now I got 2 dogs, but that's one of my dog's names. Girl, I'm gonna need you to move. There ain't nothing over there. Yes. Growing where you are planted. I want to say another thing with growing where you are planted is there are key points when growing where you planted. Destinations, landmarks we are supposed to be arriving at certain points of time in our life. That's going to lead us to getting to the to the higher levels, right? To be able to increase our vibration level after level, we have to meet our voyage of making it to those specific destinations. What those are for each one of our lives, I can't necessarily say because that's wide and broad. I know wide and broad is the same word, but I'm going to use them both so you understand. It's wide and broad. That's wide and broad. But the thing is, one thing you know for sure, and let alone being in tune with your spirit, something within you is right. Being here, even if it's something you dislike, you don't want to do. When you do it, you have to do. There's that feeling within you. That's your spirit hitting you like, this is it, this is it, this is it. Letting you know you're in the right spot. Don't move. Matter of fact, don't move. Keep moving, but go forward. Don't go backwards. Don't go to the sides. Just keep going. Keep pushing. Because this is going to bring much fruit into your life. This is going to bring more fulfillment to your days. So all of you that's going through tough times in your life right now, it's not for naught. You're not going through any of that just because. You're going through it because there is a reason for it. And there's a reason far deeper, far greater than just what we can understand at that point in time. So I've been in this position myself, and for anybody else that's been through it, I'm sure you can vouch for it. But for those that's going through and that's wondering, like, why me? Why am I going through this? Stop saying that. Stop asking that question. Because you're going to always be asking it. Ask the creator, what do I need to learn here? What do I need to understand? What should be the next steps I make? You lose your job? I know it looks like the end of the world, and hey, it will convince you that's the end of the world, let alone when them bills is rolling in. But I'll tell you one thing, if you sit back and as a creator like this, I lost my job. Whether it's a fuck up that I made or it's something that just happened because like anybody that work for any companies that have regular layoffs, it's just how the company operates. Like, okay, this is something I couldn't necessarily control, but I trust and believe there is something greater. And I know without a doubt, any of y'all going through that, there is something greater. That's not even if that was a 6-figure job you was at. You was making some dough for your family. Your wife was loving you. She was loving the job. Your kids was happy because they get all the toys they wanted. I'm sure it's a beautiful time. But the thing is, there's something greater. That's not the end. That's not the say all be all. Connect with your spirit. Connect with your higher self. Let the Creator talk to you. Let the Creator manifest through you and bring something forth that you couldn't even imagine, especially in the time when you thought nothing good would work for you. Those are usually the time that you've seen the most blessings operate, because all you have is to sit back and just let the Creator move, because you can't do nothing. Everything is against you and everyone's against you. People that said they loved you, that you thought had your back, that was your ride or die, shot you in your fucking back. And now you got to sit back and like, I got nobody. And that's when you really realize you do have somebody. And you have the greatest person you could ever have. The Creator, your higher self, right there with you. That's been with you before you even entered this earth. That sent you into this earth. And now you're in a position to where you can listen and you can receive and you can hear. Because you don't have no more distractions distracting you. Because everything outside that was distracting you turned against you, and now you don't want to hear it. And since you don't want to hear it, you put on your blinders. And the Spirit like, okay, this is where I want you, because now since you got on your blinders, you can listen to that still voice within you. I'm not going to say it's small, because it ain't always small. Sometimes it's loud, like, hey, I'm talking to you. You need to listen to that voice. Not the one that's calling you a dumbass. Well, hold on. Sometimes it might call you a dumbass if you're doing some stupid shit. But, hey, besides the point, if it's say you do some stupid shit and you know you're doing stupid shit, then hey, that's the right one. That's the right one. That's the one that's correcting you. Because it's like, hey, you need to straighten up right now, because you doing some crazy stuff. You off the wall. You out of boundary. You can't be playing the game out of bounds. You got to be in bounds. That's the one you need to listen to. That's the one that's going to get you to where you desire to be, where you want to be. I had to learn to understand that and to really listen to the Spirit that operates in that zone as well. Because when I was raised, like all those who know, like I said in my last video, I was raised under a religious background, Christian. No offense to any Christians out there. This is not targeted assault. This is just where I came from. And, you know, I'm blessed and honored to be able to raise beyond this and really connect to the Most High, to the Creator, one-on-one for myself. You know, I'm not just following any paths or any routines. And not saying anybody that's in any religious institute that you're following a path and routine. You could be, but I'm not saying you are. There are people that's within those institutions that are very aware, very woke people. And respects to each one of you. Keep doing what you're doing. Continuously to manifest. Continuously, you know, help revolutionize this planet. Especially through the times we're going through right now. Because we need a bunch of revolutionaries. You know, we don't need no punks. We don't need no cowards. We don't need no backstabbers. We need revolutionaries during this time. We need people that ain't afraid to stand up. Not afraid to talk. You know, people that's going to go out there and do the thing and get it done right. You know, that's the time and season we in. That's the vibe we need to be on. being about that business, because our enemies, they ain't shy about being about their business. They being about that. Don't tell them they ain't about their life. They about it. And they been about it for a minute. They looking at us like, hey, Nick, you ain't about it. You ain't about it. You ain't doing it. And stop trying to sit here and try to convince your friends like you doing the thing. You ain't doing nothing. You been on the same block for 30 years. We been over here stacking. We been stacking and racking. And I'm not talking about money. We been stacking and racking on all of y'all. Your kids, kids. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. Once again, I don't want to get too far, but once again, grow where you were planted. Because when you grow where you planted, you gonna excel in a way that no one, especially those who work so hard to oppress each one of us, could ever dictate, could ever realize. Your spouse can't even realize it. They ain't gonna be able to realize it until they see it. You might have 0 views today, 1 million 3 months from now. And all people can do is sit back like, dang, I didn't see that happen. No. Yeah, of course they couldn't. Because that was a vision in you. You had to see it. And for them to see it, you had to see it first. Once again, growing where you were planted. You have to see that through first. If you don't see it through first, nobody else can see it through for you. For those teachers that told you back in high school, middle school, that, hey, this kid ain't gonna be able to do much in his life. Like, he's slow, he getting F's in class, he's getting D's, he got a freaking C up in PE. And anybody that's in PE, you know it's impossible to get a C in PE unless you ain't doing shit. Is them teachers telling you right there, you know, hey, you ain't gonna mount none, but that's not true. If you see that dream job, if you see that business, if you see you making 100 subscribers or what else not, 100 views on YouTube, hey, that's what matters, because that's what's going to manifest. Let alone if you see that when everybody's telling you ain't shit. If you still see that, then they bet you gonna be saying you are the shit. Of course, we ain't doing it for that. But we doing it for the very reason what kept us going in the first place. Sorry, I got just sidetracked, y'all. We doing that for what's keeping us going in the first place. Because of credit, because of higher self, because there's something greater within us, and we know that you ain't shit, ain't it? It ain't it. Grow where you are planted. Stop looking on Facebook. Stop looking on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, YouTube. I'm on YouTube, but YouTube. Stop looking on all that shit. Stop looking on Google. Stop looking on all that stuff to try to give you some sense of belonging. Where you're going to get any sense of belonging is within you. Until you harmonize, come comfortable with you, you're not going to feel welcomed anywhere. Not even in your own home. Not even with your own kids. Your dog gonna give you the fucking side eye and you gonna feel miserable. But if you know who you are, Sasha gonna give you that side eye and you gonna be, fuck you, Sasha. Because Sasha don't know. I don't have a dog named Sasha, but I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. They don't know what you know. It's going to take that confidence to a new level. So when all them enemies with that negative energy, them devils, whatever you want to say, when they come in your way, you gonna be like, fuck you. You don't know. Be like, oh, you ain't shit. You need to kill yourself. No, kill yourself, motherfucker. You don't know. Because I am about that. I'm on that. I know who I am. I don't need to be, you ain't gonna convince me otherwise. I know who I am. Hey, for all those who love to say I'm woke, I'm woke. I'm aware. My blinders is off. For all you with them blinders on, take them blinders off. Take them blinders off. So I'm sorry the music stopped and I didn't play anymore. But hey, this had to be said. And at the end of the day, I feel this is more important than the music. Next time I'm gonna have the music for y'all. So hey, forgive me. But once again, grow where you are planted. Be you, become you, be the best at you. Stop trying to be like all these celebrities, these Instagram models, your best friend on Snapchat, Susie down the street. Jeff, you've been watching him for a week over here lifting weights in his front yard. Why are you trying to be like him? You being desperate for something that's not you, and that won't be you. Become you, be the best you. Start lifting weights in your front yard, backyard. Embrace the suck as you go through it. Just, man, this feels miserable. My arm's about to fall off. No, I'm gonna keep cranking. Because what I see, these arms about to be big as fuck. And for any kids that watch this, forgive this if my language is offensive, but hey, it is what it is. I'm not cursing nobody. This ain't targeted at you, at your being. But let it spark a little fire in your being to elevate and ascend to a higher level. Let it do that though. So, to each and every one of you, blessings to you all. For all you watching this, blessings. For those of you who watch this through, blessings to you. Much respect to you. If you want to, matter of fact, I encourage you to. You know, I ain't shady enough to subscribe to myself, even though I want to, because some of you are like, hey, I feel you, bro. But if you want to subscribe, like it, share it, give it to somebody that need it, who needs this encouraging message. We want to see people back up on their feet. We want to see people being who they are meant to be and growing where they are planted. Stop looking around at everything else. All you looking at is a bunch of distractions. You looking at a bunch of illusions. Where you need to be looking is where you've been neglecting to look this whole time. Right here. Right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up, y'all. Like I always love to say, y'all, everybody that watch my video, you know what I like to say. Stay blessed. Continuously be your best. Wake up every day feeling like your best. When you smell that air, you smelling the best. Even if you may still smell a little funky because you've been putting in that work, hey, that's the best. Because you got to grind to shine. And it is your time. It ain't this little light of mine no more. It's this big ass light of mine. Let it shine. All right, y'all.